Good morning. Welcome to One Yard Wednesday. I'm Colleen from GEDesigns. Mr. GP is producing. I'm so happy he's here. He does such a great job keeping us organized and live. Thanks, Mr. GP. Today is going to be a fun day because I got some great fabrics and a couple of fun ideas and a couple of fun notions, so it's really going to be a fun day. Don't forget that the prices on these fabrics are great deals, all of them, and they will be live when the show is finished. So sit back and relax, hang out. Thanks for all of the highs from all over. We're always so excited to see folks from, letting us know where they're from. Isn't that fun? So the quilt behind me is Katrina, and I will talk more about Katrina before we're finished, but I was thinking about this fabric that we're going to look at today in the context of Gudrun's conversation yesterday about the matchmaking and how much different a quilt will look depending on the fabric you're using. So I grabbed Katrina today because I think it's a great use of the fabrics I'm going to show you. So think about that. We'll talk more about that at the end. Before we get started, I have a question. And my question is, how many gift-making days are there before Christmas? So if you love to make gifts for people and you love to receive handmade items, which a lot of us do, how many gift-making days are there? So we'll talk about that before we close as well. So let's go ahead and get started looking at these beautiful fabrics from Rendevous, and a couple of them are from the Succulent Color Club bundle, and they are just a really beautiful collection. Let's take a look. First up is Rendevous Crimson. Isn't this pretty? This crimson background with these beautiful gray, blue, and green, sage green leaves and flowers, just so pretty. And I'm using this as my backdrop for all the fabrics to give you a real nice idea of how they all play together. From the Succulent collection, it is this is Rendevous Mist. So this is called Blender Mist. On my screen, it looks a little bit bluer than it is in actual. It's really more of a sage green that I'm seeing in the leaves here. It is part of the Rendevous line, so we know that it really goes. It's Dainty Blender Mist. And then another fabric from the large floral print that the crimson is. This is Mist, and Mist is also so pretty and just so luscious with these beautiful big flowers and all of the foliage in here. Another fabric from the Color Club collection is Eucalyptus. This is called Eucalyptus, and this is maybe a little bit deeper in value than the others, but gives us that nice range of tone, and I love how that one plays with the rest. And then for a sort of a surprise, I have Nightshade. This is Wildflowers Nightshade. So these fun wildflowers, the foliage on this beautiful blue background, and that blue is just going to be a really fun pop of color. And finally, from Figo, we've got the Grid. This is called Grid Green. So I've got 3 greens, and then the prints, and all of these look so nice together. It makes me want to go hang out in the classroom, fire up the baby lock, and make a Katrina for sure. So those, and I forgot, we also have a bundle. So this is called the Rendevous Low Volume Stash Builder Bundle. So this is 8 half yards. So I put this out here too, relative to thinking about Katrina. So these could be all of your darks, and these could be all of your lights. That would be a beautiful Katrina, just so pretty. So, or if you really just love low volume quilts, there's 8 half yards right there. Beautiful. So I have a notion. In fact, I have two notions today. I couldn't really do one without the other, so let's look at these fun notions. First up is the magic flathead pins. These are called the patchwork pins. They are fine in terms of the weight of the pin, and they're short. They're 1 3/8 inches, which are really great for pinning your blocks together. They come in this fun case, and I love the little grip here, and they are also, the grip itself is heat resistant, so you can press this and this won't melt. So how fun is that? My second notion is the Zirkle magnetic pin cushion. So if I grab my pins and I just lay them in here, and as long as I drop them pointy side down, the point of my pin will head toward the center of the circle. It is a super powerful magnet as well, so you don't want to get between this and another one of these circles. It's heavy and very powerful. So there are my two notions. We also have the magic flathead pins that we've been recommending for Quilt As You Go, and those are on order, so add those to your cart as well. The magic flathead pins are so great and easy to use and easy on your fingers. So those are my two notions today. So I asked at the beginning, how many gift making days until Christmas? Are you ready? 74. 74 gift making days between now and Christmas. So that's a little time, and it's also a lot of time. So I grabbed something from the GEezy collection of patterns and ideas for gift making. Let me show you. This is the GEezy napkin. And here's the pattern. The GEezy napkin pattern is free at GEquiltdesigns.com. Sorry about that, GEquiltdesigns.com. And the pattern is so easy and made easier if you have the GE point trimmers. This will mean that your corners are going to be perfect every time. But why did I pick napkins? First of all, I love napkins. I love making napkins. I also love not buying paper products if I don't have to. So I grabbed myself a super cute basket. Now these are not seasonal themed napkins, but look how cute that would be. If I line my basket with one, I put the second one in here. Maybe I'll put a ball of cheese in here. I'll put a couple dozen crackers in here. I might put a bottle of something tasty in here, a special bottle of olive oil and some balsamic vinegar. This just becomes a super great gift for somebody. Here's my tip on baskets. I love baskets, and I love this one because I love how it's shaped. But anyway, I go to my local thrift stores and get baskets. So I'll get a basket like this for 99 cents, take it home, fill up my kitchen sink with soapy dishwater, put it in there, rinse it off, and I've got a brand new basket for 99 cents. So that's my tip of the day for you for a gift. So that I also want to tell you relative to these gifts, mark your calendars for Black Friday. So in the U.S., that's the day after Thanksgiving, the U.S. Thanksgiving. So we'll have the classroom open that day, and we'll be doing make and takes. We'll be doing napkins, we'll be doing wine bags, we'll be doing trivets. So watch for that opportunity to buy. You'll need to buy a ticket, so you reserve a time. Come on in and do some make and takes. It is going to be a really fun day. So we'll fire up those baby lock machines and keep everybody busy. So Let's take a review of the projects and the fabrics that we're talking about. I'll go into a little bit more detail on Katrina so you know how much fabric you will need. First of all, here are the fabrics. This beautiful collection, this is 8 half yards. These are all from the Rendevous collection in low volume. So they are great with these colors, and they are also great on their own. So if you're a low volume fan, this is a great opportunity. Then we have Figo Grid Green. Love the structure of this grid. Wildflowers, Nightshade, beautiful blue here and the small foliage. Eucalyptus, isn't that pretty? Again, this has the blue in it from this fabric. This one is called Mist, this large scale floral with all of the colors, beautiful. And this one is called Blender Mist, Dainty Blender Mist. So you'll see that up here in a couple colorways in the low volume. And finally, Crimson, Rendevous Crimson. It is so pretty, and it's not a bright red, it's a real pretty, not even a cranberry red, a brick red. Or as my nail polish is, this is Bonfire Red. So that's my seasonal nail polish for this year, Bonfire Red. In addition to the fabrics, I wanted to talk a little bit about Katrina. And here's, Katrina is in the book Stripology Mixology 3, and I know a lot of you have this. If you don't, grab it, it's a great pattern. So a lap size Katrina requires 48 10-inch squares. You'll get 4 10-inch squares from each half yard of fabric. You'll get 36, let's see, 4 times 3. You'll get 12 10-inch squares from each 1 yard of fabric. So because you'll get 10, 20, 30 inches, and then you'll get 4 cuts across the width of your fabric. So these 1 yards in particular will give you a lot of yardage, as will of course these half yards. So think about Katrina and look at how fun and playful she is in these colors and in the colors behind me, which are Christmassy print. And I think this would be beautiful in Rendevous. I also want to remind you that we did this really fun idea for a project, which is the G-Easy napkins. The pattern is free at gequiltdesigns.com. The point trimmers will take all of the headaches out of making these, and they are going to be a great little add to your gift baskets this year. Finally, I love my Zirkle magnetic pin cushion, and I love my Magic flathead pins. They're sharp, they're fine, you can press over them, they're easy to hang on to. I just love them. And they do come with their own little carrying case, which I love, so I don't put them all on my Zirkle. I'll put one kind over here and I'll put the other kind over here, and then I can grab them really easily. So that's our 1 Yard Wednesday for this week. It seemed to go really fast. I hope I didn't miss anything. I'm looking at my cue card that I write for myself. I think we covered everything. I'm getting the thumbs up from my producer. Hey, I hope you have an awesome day. Watch for the Make and Take here in the GE classroom. Also watch for more classes that are called Master Your Stripology Rulers. Half days and 1 days where you can come and just practice on the rulers. We're having a lot of fun with those as well. I'm Colleen, and that's Mr. GP producing. I'm so glad he's here. Grab yourself some fabric, grab your point trimmers, grab a pattern, grab some of these rendezvous. Make yourself something wonderful today. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.